selections in, Olympiads, JEE Mains, JEE Advanced. And mostly my teaching experience is very, very simple, right? My methodology is that what you see is what you learn. In mathematics, in geometry, algebra, graphs and shapes are very, very important. So if you can't see something, you won't learn it. That's what is going to happen. And once we learn it, there are a lot of tricks we are going to come up with, right? My students like calling it magic trick, but they are just basic mathematics trick, right? Also, now that you're in the platform, don't forget to download Oda app if you want to see us teaching more and more and more, right? We are available on Play, so make sure you search for Oda app and download. And we're coming up with a revision program this 14th of December, right? So if you haven't enrolled for the revision program, this is your chance, kids. Come on, so let's watch today's session and you will understand how important it is to be a part of Oda family, right? Now, why do I keep saying Oda family, kids? Because we are a family, right? It's been 10 months that Oda has been a part of your lives, all of your lives, right? And in these 10 months, we are officially now the third best online organization in the country. It took us 10 months to achieve that, right? Which means that in the next 10 months, we will definitely be the best ones, right? And why do we say we're the best ones, right? Because we are the best. Why do we know that we are the best? Because we have the best kids. Just like whoever's watching right now and everyone who's there in the app. In fact, we have 2 million kids right now who are a part of the Oda family and you are one of them. So congratulations and welcome, right? But other than that, we are supported by 4 very, very strong pillars. Number 1, being all our teachers are from the best institutions, right? So all our teachers are from IITs and IITs are the best universities in the world, right? Second, and this is very, very exclusive to Oda Class, once you be a part of the class, you will realize, right, that we have something called as a dual teacher model. You get a support system from our academic mentors, our wonderful academic mentors who will support you through and through, regardless what time it is of the day, of week, of year, so you can clarify your doubts, your problems at any point of time. And of course, given we have the best faculty pool, we do a lot of research, so our material is self-made, and it's foolproof and it's the best material you can get in the country along with the competitive exam theory. Well, we will talk more about Oda Class as we move ahead, but let's start with today's topic, shall we, kids? So now, before we talk about today's topic, right? Now in your books, you will see this word called right circular cylinder, right? Have you all seen the word right circular cylinder? Now, there must be a question in your head, right? Are there other cylinders other than right circular cylinders? Do you think so? Well, yes, there are different other kinds of cylinders that we don't talk about much. But here we will talk because we want to take care of your curiosity, right? We don't want you to get, not get answers for any question that you have, right? So there are certain cylinders called oblique cylinders. These are not right circular cylinders. Now, what are oblique cylinders? If the top circle, like if you have a cylinder, right, and we stack circles one by one, and if the top circle and the bottom circle center, if we join them, watch, right? So I'm going to show it to you. If I join the top and the bottom circles center, then as you can see, it's not perpendicular to the base. Can you see that, kids? It's not perpendicular to the base, right? So if there are such cylinders whose centers when joined is not perpendicular to the base, then such cylinders are known as oblique cylinders. So you get the idea, right? We don't talk about oblique cylinders a lot, but this is what oblique cylinder is. Can someone give me a real life example of oblique cylinder? Anyone knows any example of oblique cylinder, right? I'm going to give you something which is very, very famous, right? How many of you know this? This is a real-time example of oblique cylinder. Well, it's not entirely a cylinder, but if you remove the top part, it looks like a cylinder. Can someone tell me what this shape is? Come on, everyone on the comment section, I want your answer. I will check the time when you have answered, right? Also, kids, if you face any difficulties throughout the session, make sure you let me know in the comment section, all right? So that we can give you answers after the session. Don't forget about that. Anyway, well, I'll give you the answer now. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? A lot of people who want to visit Europe would definitely want to see this. And a lot of you take pictures like this with Taj Mahal, right? in foreign, they take pictures with Leaning Tower of Pisa like this, okay? So you can always look out for this. This is one of the very basic examples or a very real life example of oblique cylinders. But, so this is why it's very, very important that when we study cylinders, right, we use the correct term. And what is the correct term? The correct term is right circular cylinder, right? So in our syllabus, we only talk about right circular cylinder. Now, what are right circular cylinders? Well, you can see the definition. It's very, obvious right now. If I join the centers of the circle and it's perpendicular to the base, right? So as you can see over here, it is perpendicular to the base. So such a cylinder is known as a right circular cylinder. Now the word itself defines everything, hai na bacha? Right comes from right angle, circular comes from circle. So if the circles form right angle with the base, it's a right circular cylinder. सबको समझ में आ रहा है ये बात? बहुत ही आसान चीज है ना? तो कभी कोई पूछेगा आपको कि राइट सर्कुलर सिलेंडर क्या होता है, अब आप आराम से बोल सकते हो, है ना? कोई आपसे पूछेगा अच्छा बेटा फिर बताओ कि राइट सर्कुलर सिलेंडर जो नहीं होता है उसको क्या कहते हैं, तो क्या कहते हैं उसको? We call it oblique cylinders, right? So nobody will be able to counter question you now because we know what are the different types of cylinder. Now, the question is, how do we make these cylinders? है ना बेटा? Because if you want to learn geometry, you have to understand the diagrams, the geometrical shapes. You have to visualize it, right? So it's very, very important that we understand where is this cylinder coming from, right? And I have a very, very simple example of you, right? First, let's talk about practical examples of right circular cylinders. How many of you like Pringles out here, right? So these are new flavors of Pringle. If you haven't tried, you should definitely go for it, right? But there are different other examples of right circular cylinders as well. Do let us know in the comment box about what other real life structure of cylinders are. And this is one of those examples. Pringles ka dabba is cylindrical shape, right? There are a lot of things that you have around you right now which are right circular cylindrical in shape, right? So everyone, do let us know in the comment section what are these things that you find are cylindrical in shape, right? Moving ahead, let's understand how we make a cylinder, right? So as the topic suggests as well, right? We make cylinder from rectangle. So everyone, can you see these are rectangular sheets? है ना बेटा? Rectangular sheets. So what do we do? Watch. When we rotate it, right? When we rotate it, it becomes a cylinder. See, can you see this? In fact, I know that some of you will have difficulty. So what I did is I made a cylinder for you. है ना? दिख रहा है बेटा ये सबको? देखो एक rectangle को मैंने जोड़ दिया, cylinder बन गया, है ना? Now, obviously there are two things that you should understand. First, what has happened? देखो, ये था हमारा rectangle, ये है हमारा cylinder. This was the rectangle, this was the cylinder. What did I do, right? Kids, I'm going to keep it aside so that you can all understand. I rotated this part, है ना? So this was the length of the rectangle. और length क्या बन गया बेटा? देखो, what did the length become? The length became circumference. Is that clear to everyone? Do you all get it? So what did length become? Length became circumference, right? And what happened to the breadth? Everyone concentrate, right? See, this was my rectangle again when I rotated, right? So this became the cylinder. So the breadth became height, right? So the breadth became height, right? Now, did the material change, beta? Did the amount of paper change? No. So did the area change? No, right? So whatever area the rectangle had, the same area the cylinder will also have, right? So what is the area of a rectangle? The area of a rectangle is length into breadth, right? So as you can see, even over here, we are going to do length into breadth, which is 2 pi r into h. So the area of the cylinder becomes 2 pi RH, right? So we'll come to the formula, but before that, this is a question that everyone should answer so that we understand the difference between the two things that we are going to read, curved surface and total surface. How many surfaces does a cylinder have? Come on, this is the next question everyone's gonna answer in the chat box. Go for it, kids. Of all of you, you can do this, right? How many surfaces does a cylinder have? Right? Chalo, chalo, everyone, I'm looking at your answer. Quickly, let me know. Right? Okay. So how many surfaces does a cylinder have? The cylinder has 3 surfaces. See, one surface I made for you, right? There is one circular surface on top. This is a flat circular surface on top. And this is a flat circular surface on bottom. So how many surfaces does a cylinder have? A cylinder has 3 surfaces, right? Now, these 3 surfaces, out of these 3, 2 are flat surfaces. What are these flat surfaces, beta? The top circular and the bottom circular. So what are these 2 flat surfaces? Top and bottom circular, right? And the third surface is the surface I'm holding. Okay, this is the surface that I'm holding. This is my one curved surface, right? And the rectangle actually formed this curved surface. So what we just found out, beta, is the curved surface area. So what is the curved surface area? What did we just find out? It is 2 pi RH. Let me recap, right? There are 3 surfaces of a cylinder. 2 of them are flat surfaces on top and on bottom. What are the shape of those surfaces? They are circular, है ना? एक curved surface होता है. There is one curved surface. What is that? This is that curved surface, है ना? और इसका एरिया हमने थोड़ी ही देर पहले निकाला था. यहीं पे देखो, है ना? Rectangle से हमने जब बनाया था, when we made it from rectangle. So what is the curved surface area? The curved surface area is 2 pi RH. Got it, everyone? Right? So now this is the curved surface area of a cylinder. अब थोड़ी देर बाद we are going to talk about the total surface area. But अभी हमने सीखा, क्या सीखा कि rectangle से cylinder कैसे बनाया जाता है. तो इसका यूज भी कर लेते हैं, है ना बेटा? चलो, everyone, this is one of the basic questions. You have a rectangle. Rectangle का length कितना है? 3 centimeter. Rectangle का breadth कितना है? 4 centimeter. It is rotated. You have to find the surface area, right? तो understood है कि हम इस बार तो अब तो total बोला ही नहीं हमने, है ना? We didn't even talk about total surface. So we are asking for curved surface area. So come on, everyone. I am gonna look at the chat box right now. Tell me, what is the curved surface area? The length of the rectangle is given and the breadth of the rectangle is given. So what will be the curved surface area? बहुत आसान है. We just talked about it, है ना बच्चों? We told you that this is a rectangle. When rotated, it gives us a cylinder. The surface area of the rectangle is the same as surface area of the cylinder, है ना? तो बहुत सिंपल सी बात क्या हो जाती है कि जो भी रेक्टेंगल का एरिया है वो सिलेंडर का कर्व सरफेस एरिया बन जाएगा. सिंपल, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द कर्व सरफेस एरिया ऑफ सिलेंडर? क्या हो जाएगा? चलो जल्दी बताओ. इज इक्वल टू एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल. जो रेक्टेंगल का एरिया है वही सिलेंडर का एरिया हो जाएगा. और रेक्टेंगल का एरिया क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ रेक्टेंगल? लेंथ इनटू ब्रेथ, है ना? दैट इज इजी. सो व्हिच इज 12 centimeter square. One very important thing with regard to writing exams, आप लोग जब भी एग्जाम लिखते हो, whenever you are writing exams, please don't forget mentioning the unit. It carries at least 0.5 marks, and I know none of you like losing 0.5 marks, so don't miss out on the unit, right? चलो, so this is just to give you an idea कि कैसे वैल्यू हम निकालते हैं, to how to find area, or if a general question comes and how to solve. Now let's look at the real-time application, है ना? Now we will move on a little bit more into it, right? Instead of directly just asking you area की value बिठाओ और answer निकाल लो, let's make this a little more numerical, okay? So now a rectangle's length is given. So what is the length? The length of the rectangle is 44 meters. It is rotated to form a cylinder. You have to find the radius of the cylinder, है ना? तो बच्चों अभी अभी हम लोगों ने याद किया था, है ना, what did we remember? We remembered that the curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. और ये कैसे होता है बच्चों, right? This length becomes the circumference of the circle, है ना. So ये जो length है ये circle का circumference बन जाता है. तो यहां पे length क्या दिया हुआ है? Length दिया हुआ है 44, है ना. और ये एक्चुअली जब हम सिलेंडर बनाएंगे तो क्या बन जाएगा? सर्कमफेरेंस बन जाएगा. सर्कमफेरेंस ऑफ ए सर्कल क्या होता है? व्हाट इज सर्कमफेरेंस ऑफ ए सर्कल? 2 पाई r. नाउ लेट्स टेक द वैल्यू ऑफ पाई एज 22/7. ये अप्रोक्सीमेशन है. पाई इज इक्वल टू 22/7 इज एन अप्रोक्सीमेशन, right? But we take it for calculations, right? Now let me remind you that in number system there's a very good question where we ask pi is equal to 22/7, true or false, right? And the answer is false. Okay, pi is not equal to 22/7. If you want to explore such fun facts and such conceptual detail of things which will definitely make you earn more marks in exams, also in other examinations like NTSC, RMOs, you should definitely be a part of the team. So aaj hi jaiye and download the Oda app. Make sure you are all enrolled for the sessions, right? Of course, we'll tell you about the current session or the upcoming session that we have. But in the meantime, let's look at this question, है ना? तो वैल्यू बिठाना है बेटा, ठीक है? पाई का वैल्यू पता है, we know the value of pi. All we have to find is radius. So 44 is 2 into 22/7 into r. तो देखो सब तो कैंसिल हो जा रहा है. 44 gets cancelled with 2 and 22. r will become 7, not centimeters, sorry. r will become 7 meters. So what is the radius? The radius is 7 meter. सबको मजा आ रहा है अब तक? Everyone's enjoying? Do you understand how these things are going to happen? Right? Very basic, very simple. I hope none of you are facing any difficulties till now. है ना? If you are facing any difficulties, as we told you, just drop your concern in the comment box and we will definitely reach out to you. Right? Now, let's move ahead and move to the next question. Let's see if we can do this. Now this time we have an option for you, right? So everyone, this time your option you can put it in the chat box. Okay, so whatever you think is the correct answer, you can answer it on the chat box. So let's go. Right, the diameter of a roller as in, like if you watch Bob the Builder, then there's Rolly, and if you are a cricket fan, then these rollers that they put on stadium to flatten the surface and all of that, right? So that's the roller that we are talking about, है ना? चलो, okay. So the diameter of a roller, याद रखना बेटा ध्यान से, okay? The word is diameter, not radius. This is where most of you make mistakes in exam. I don't want you to do that, right? So the diameter of a roller is 84 centimeter. Unit is also important, right? 84 centimeter. And the length is 120 centimeter, right? So beta, don't get confused. We are saying length because roller तो ऐसा दिखता है ना. This is how a roller looks, है ना? Got it? So in roller, instead of saying height, we are saying length. This is the length, right? So it's replaceable with height. So we have. This is why I keep saying you have to practically visualize these things. Otherwise, we will make mistakes, है ना? Now it takes 500 complete revolutions, है ना? It takes 500 complete revolutions to move once over to level a playground. So playground को सपाट करने के लिए उसको 500 revolution लेने होते हैं. You have to find what is the area of the playground. All right, let's see anyone who can answer this question. Chalo, go for it. We're going to give you some time, beta. So I'm going to give you the concept in the meantime, right? It's very important that we understand what this concept is. The concept is simple. मान लो, let us assume this is that cylinder of us, right? And it is rotating. Okay. So when it takes one revolution, this entire surface is covered, है ना? एक revolution में ये एक पूरा surface cover हो जाता है. और ये जो surface मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूं बेटा, है ना? This is the surface that I am showing you. What is this surface? This surface is nothing but the curved surface of the cylinder. ये जो cylinder का curved surface area या सिर्फ curved surface बोल सकते हैं हम. तो यहां पे जो key है, जो key logic है, वो क्या है यहां पे, है ना? वो ये है कि 1 revolution is equal to 1 CSA. CSA का मतलब क्या है? CSI मायामी नहीं है, यहाँ पे हम NFS नहीं खेल रहे हैं ना, और Netflix भी नहीं देख रहे, right? This is basically curved surface area. तो one revolution, one curved surface area के बराबर हो जाता है. Is that clear to everyone? One revolution means, so you have to see this, right? This diagram is important. One revolution means one curved surface area. Now, if we understand this, then the rest of it is fairly simple. So what is the area of playground? Area of playground is how many ever surfaces we covered, which is 500 times the revolution or 500 times the curved surface area. So let's see. Now we can find the answer. Chalo. So this is 500 times curved surface area is equal to जो भी हमें एरिया निकालना है. And kids, keep in mind that in the question the unit was meter, है ना? Even though the values are given in centimeter, the unit is in meter, so sometimes we also make mistakes over there. Okay, so yes, Manan, you are absolutely correct. Option B is correct. So Manan got the answer correct, so good job. If anyone else gets correct from now on, I'll definitely take your names on the mic as well. So everyone, let's all put the best of our efforts, right? So now let's find out what is 500 times the curved surface area. So this is 500 times 2 pi, हम चलो 22/7 ले लेते हैं. आप 3.14 लोगे तो थोड़ा आंसर में डिफरेंस आएगा. Radius, and this is where you had to be very, very careful. As I told you, the word is diameter. Diameter is given, right? So for radius, you have to half it. 84 centimeter का half क्या होता है? What is half of 84 centimeter? The half of 84 centimeter is 42 centimeter, which is 0.42 meter. Right? We have to put in meter. And length is 1.2. तो ये हो गया हमारा पूरा area. Now, if you want to calculate, this gets cancelled. This becomes 0.06. Right? If we calculate, if we keep going on calculating, we will get 1584 meters square, which means कौन सा ऑप्शन सही हो गया बेटा? चलो जल्दी बताओ. Learning Hub, absolutely correct. Option B सही हो गया हमारा. Option B is the correct answer, right? So, how many of you think you can do one more question just like this? ठीक है, तो ऐसे सवाल जो है ना बेटा, these sort of questions will come in for 3 or 4 markers. And these sort of concepts are not just for, so if anyone is in 8th standard, अगर आप Olympiads लिख रहे हो तो ये सवाल will definitely be there in Olympiads as well, because you'll have to visualize, right? And if anyone watches Bob the Builder, you will understand this very, very practically, right? How many of you watch Bob the Builder? Quickly let me know in the comment section as well, because Bob the Builder has this character called Rolly. Rolly is a roller, all right? I don't know, I used to love Bob the Builder when I was a kid, right? In case anyone loves cartoon or anime, there's going to be a lot of examples in the classroom as well. So this is the methodology, this is one of our methodologies of learning. So if you haven't downloaded the app yet, and if you think you're missing out on it now, क्योंकि अभी हमने 2-3 चीजें तो ऐसे बता दी बेटा, that nobody will be telling you, right? So if you think you need to know more of things like this, definitely you should download the app. Right, find it right now. In fact we have an open session for you at 5:30. आप अभी डाउनलोड कीजिए तो 5:30 फिर से क्लास अटेंड कर सकते हैं. उसमें भी बहुत से मजेदार चीज बताएंगे हम लोग, है ना? चलो, let's move ahead. चलो ये बताओ आप सब लोग. Let's see if how many of you can solve this question. This is just like the previous one. A cylindrical roller, फिर से रोली आ गई देखो, है ना? So a cylindrical roller 2.5 meter in length, 1.75 meter in radius, when rolled on a road, was found to cover the area 5,500 square meter. SQ.M पे confuse मत होइए आप. SQ stands for square, M stands for meter. So this is square meter. The number of revolution it takes is, ठीक है? तो पहले सवाल में क्या था? In the previous question we had the number of revolutions. We had to find the area. Now what is there? The area is given. You have to find the revolution, right? So let's see. और इसमें तो और भी आसान है बेटा. You don't even have to worry about the unit. Everything is in meters, so no headache this time anyway, right? So quickly calculate and let's see if you can give me the answer, right? So Nisha's guessing the answer now. Nisha, बच्चा guess मत करो, try solving, right? See, here's the thing, right? Mistakes are a part of learning, है ना? बच्चों, I have made mistake when I was your age, right? I think every one of us have made mistakes when we were of your age. So it's not a very weird thing to make mistakes, okay? Everyone makes mistakes. But You know what is problematic? If you make the same mistake twice. तो हमें क्या सीखना है? हमें ये सीखना है कि we should not make the same mistake twice, right? And this is also something that a part of Oda's belief system, right? We encourage you to solve more and more questions, जैसे कि अभी मैं बताया ना कि करो solve, चलो जल्दी से, है ना? And we encourage you to make errors in the platform so that when you go to any exam in this entire world, and I say entire world because IMO तक की भी तैयारी होती है हमारे यहाँ पे, right? So when you go for any exams in this entire world, you will go there with the utmost confidence, and that is what we prepare you for, right? Anyway, देखते हैं. Okay, नेहा ने कहा D है, चलो देखते हैं नेहा D है कि नहीं. Rest of you also quickly do let me know, right? Okay, so now what is the question? देखो एक सिलेंड्रिकल रोलर है ना, ठीक है. तो अब हमें पता है इसका एरिया कैसे निकालते हैं. So CSA into number of revolutions, है ना. और बच्चा मेरा स्पेलिंग अगर गलत हो जाए, if I make any spelling errors, please do excuse me, right? Sometimes I'm really bad at spelling. You will come to know this about it when you become one of my regular kids anyway, so I'm letting you know अभी से, है ना. So CSA into number of revolutions क्या हो जाएगा? 5500. So number of revolutions, चलो कुछ नाम दे देते इसको, है ना. Because Neha has been answering so many questions, let's give her the respect and call the number of revolutions as n, है ना. And what is CSA? 2 pi. Radius क्या है? Radius is 1.75. And what is the height? I mean, in this case, the length is 2.5. And this is equal to 5500. Right? Now, thoda bahut cancellation we will also do. Right? So, when I cancel, this will become 0.25. Right? Now, so if I do this calculation, I'll get 11 into 2.5 into n is equal to 5500. है ना? So, what will I get? N will be equal to 200. So, what is the correct answer then? Option C is the correct answer. Let's see if anyone got the answer as C. Chalo. Okay. So, this is how we are going to get the curved surface area of any cylinder. Okay, and this is how even the best questions in this chapter are going to be framed based on the concept of rectangles and cylinders. है ना? चलो. Now moving on, let's talk about what is the total surface area then. तो फिर से आ जाते हैं हम cylinder पे, है ना? Everyone remembers this is the cylinder, है ना? तो बेटा देखो, everyone can see my hand, right? So it means I can go through this cylinder, right? Can I go through the cylinder? Or you can see my eyes from here, right? तो ये cylinder जो है ना, ये खुला है. This is an open cylinder, right? Why is it open? Because its lids are not covered, है ना. हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं कि ढक्कन नहीं लगाया हुआ है. मम्मी बोलती है ना कि यार ऐसे डब्बे का ढक्कन लगा के रखो, नहीं तो बिस्किट ऐसा ये हो जाएगा, लाइट हो जाएगा. तो सिलेंडर का भी यही लॉजिक है, ठीक है. अगर आपने ढक्कन नहीं लगाया, if you haven't closed the lids, and what are lids? Lids are these flat surfaces, right? तो अगर आपने ढक्कन नहीं लगाया, if you haven't closed the lid, this is your curved surface area. Now the moment you put the lids, what are these lids? This top circular cap and the bottom circular cap, right? The flat surfaces, the top circle flat surface and the bottom flat surface. The moment you put this lid, then the surface area so formed, ये जो पूरा पूरा surface area बन गया, इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? Total surface area, है ना? तो total surface area क्या हो जाएगा? देखो बेटा, ठीक है. Total surface area पहले जो था हमारा curved surface, वो तो रहेगा ही. वो क्या था? What was that? 2 pi RH. That will stay anyway. Now we are going to put the top lid, which is pi r square, and we are going to put the bottom lid, which is once again pi r square. है ना? Simple. So which is 2 pi RH, और यहाँ पे 2 pi r square add करेंगे. When we add both these pi r squares, we will get 2 pi r square. So if I take 2 pi r common, I will get h plus r, right? And this is the total surface area of a cylinder. तो फॉर्मूला याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. हम कभी नहीं बोलते, we never tell our students to remember formula, because we know how to bring about formula, to prove formula, and we will do so many questions beta कि formula तो आपके हाथ को याद रह जाएगा, right? Like this is called muscle memory, right? So you will practice it so many times in the class, right? When I say class, I mean the revision program and our general programs, right? Do come for the revision program, don't forget about that, right? So whenever we talk about these classes and these practice, you don't have to remember the formula. You will practice so much that your muscle will remember the formula. So when in an exam hall, when you look at the question, right, you don't even have to think about it. Your hand will write it automatically. And this is not a bluff, kid. This actually happens, right? If you have practiced enough, you will see this happens. If you don't believe me, just think about the last time you practiced your name, right? सुबह उठ के थोड़ी बोलते हो, my name is Manan, my name is Manan. मैं भी नहीं बोलता, even I don't say, right? My name is Chinmoy, my name is Chinmoy, right? But we remember it because it's being used so many times. Similarly, when a formula is used too many times, it becomes a very, very common knowledge, and we have like subconscious memory of it, though we don't have to remember it, right? Anyway, बहुत practice तो होते रहेगी. Let's do a small practice now, okay? So the radius of a right circular cylinder is 7 and its height is 3 centimeters. What is the total surface area? Come on, kids. Let's see what the answer is this time. Go for it. Come on. Chalo, everyone. So in case you don't remember the formula because this is the first time, I'll tell you what is the formula. तो हम ना प्यार से total surface area को TA से बोलते हैं, ठीक है, short form में. Like, everyone likes abbreviation these times, right? Text message universe right now. I mean, I'm old, but this is your generation, so you will like it, right? Total surface area is TSA. So what is TSA? 2 pi r h plus r, right? So r and h are given in the question. Put value, get answer. चलो देखते हैं आंसर किसको आता है. So let's calculate it together then. So this is 22 by 7. R is 7 plus 3. Now a lot of kids also come up and be like, sir, ऐसे क्यों कि आप pi 22 by 7 लेते हो? मुझे तो 3.14 लेना है. Like, you know, a lot of kids will tell, I want to take 3.14. My answer is, sure, as long as the question doesn't mention it, take 3.14. Nobody's gonna cut your marks, right? However, you know, आराम की जिंदगी हर किसी को पसंद है ना बेटा. Like everyone wants to relax in life. Nobody wants to do too much hard work, right? So whenever you see that things can get cancelled in 7 and 7, take 22 by 7. If the value is not given, of course, of pi, right? And in times, if you see like 100, 200 being multiplied, take 3.14, gets easily multiplied. So do things as per your convenience. Math is a subject that is for your convenience, है ना? Math तकलीफ देने के लिए नहीं है, डरने के लिए नहीं है. Math is for your convenience. So take your convenience into factor every time you're doing a calculation. Okay? बाद में बात करते हैं इसके बारे में और ज़्यादा. Now let's do the calculation. This is 440. So 7 plus 3 is 10, right? So 440 centimeter square. है ना? समझ में आया सबको? Everyone understood? This is a very basic put value get answer. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the same question. Okay? But I'm going to make the same question a 4 marker instead of a 2 marker, right? So this is what in boards people will do, right? If they want to make a 2 marker question, a 4 marker question, they will confuse you. Let's show how they will confuse you. Dekho, right? A rectangle of length 44 centimeter and breadth 3 centimeter is transformed into a cylinder. It's total surface area, है ना? मतलब आराम से everyone, you know, should have just be given that the radius is 7 and the height is 3, but no, we are gonna make the kids do a little more work because now you have to score 4 marks. Now this is the strategy of examiner as well as of the board that prepares questions, right? There are no hard questions in mathematics. I always keep telling my students this. I will also tell you that there is no hard question in mathematics. There are only easy questions in mathematics. So why can't we solve some questions? Because we don't understand what the question says or we can't properly visualize, right? Hard questions are not the ones that have like complicated solution. Hard questions are the one which has solutions that we don't understand at that point. So chalo, let's understand now. So everyone already knows, everyone's pro at these things, right? So if I talk from rectangle to cylinder, all of you will be experts, right? So now I don't have to talk much. All of us can do this together, right? So देखो rectangle, there's a rectangle, I rotated it. its length was 44. तो बेटा length क्या चीज में change हो जाता है everyone? What does length change into? Length changes into the circumference. We talked about this at the start of the class only, right? And breadth changes into radius. तो radius तो हो गया 3 centimeter, है ना? Circumference का देख लेते हैं. So 44 is 2 pi into r, or 44 is 2 into 22 by 7 into r, which means r is equal to, ये तो कट जाएगा, 7 centimeter. Now kids, if you, sorry, this is not r, this is h, right? Now if you look at this very, very carefully, what is this question now? This is a question of a cylinder whose h is 3 and r is 7. Have you seen this question somewhere before? Where did we see this question before? Huh? Well, we just saw it over here. See? Right circular cylinder, radius is 7, height is 3. Exactly the same question, isn't that so? वही सवाल है, exactly the same question, nothing has changed. Only this information has been twisted. So whenever the information is twisted, क्या हम अभी confused होंगे? Will we get confused, kids? Come on. Right? Promise me that never in your curriculum you're going to get confused on rectangle to cylinder transformation, because हमने आज बहुत मेहनत की है. We have understood this thing. We have conceptualized this thing. And now we have visualized it to an extent कि अब तो गलती हो ही नहीं सकता. Right? We can't make any mistake now because we have seen this thing through and through. है ना? So even then, let's assume कि थोड़ा वीडियो लैग हो गया होगा आपके यहाँ पे, है ना, या फिर आपका करंट चला होगा तो इंटरनेट रुक गया, तो शायद से you haven't understood something. Now if you haven't understood something, right, because of technical glitch and everything, right? नहीं तो आप स्मार्ट हो, आपको सब समझ में आ जाएगा, right? Then make sure you let us know in the comment section what you have not understood and we'll respond to it, right? We want to make sure that our students understand everything properly, right? Okay, chalo. Now we also want our students to make sure that they understand everything from every point, from every concept, right? तो बेटा देखो, cylinder rectangle से कैसे बनता है, that we learned today, right? We learned how cylinder is made from rectangles, but cylinder can also be made from circles. You want to know how? Well, stay tuned. We will have more, videos coming in. So what do you have to do? First, click on the subscribe button. What will happen through that? If you click on the subscribe button, you will not miss on the video. So next time when we have circles from cylinders or any other topic for that matter of fact, we'll cover all topics from all classes, right? So when we cover the next topic, then also you will be able to get notifications and you won't miss out on it, right? Also make sure, विद्या बांटने से बढ़ता है, बड़े लोगों ने कहा है, so make sure you share and you like, so everyone else can also see the same video and they can also learn in this wonderful way. But if you want to be a regular in this awesome experience of learning, step 1 is to download the app, right? So after the class, I'm going to check who all have downloaded the app. Make sure you download the app and come for the session. In fact, 5:30 को अभी है ना, जो ये session देख रहा है, everyone has to come for the 5:30 session where we are going to talk about a lot of fun things. I'm not going to tell you what we are going to talk about. Explore them, talk about, right? Also, the other reason why you will have to join, क्योंकि बेटा Oda Class is the best organization right now, है ना? ऐसा मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसा the 2 million users that have been satisfied for the past 10 months keep telling you. And there are features that you won't get anywhere, beta, right? We have a competitive, very healthy competitive feeling because we have live quizzes throughout, ठीक है? तो हमारे regular classes में live quiz चलते हैं, then you can see your rank, you can understand your progress, right? There's also mic access and video access so that you can face to face, you can interact with us and you can clear your doubts. तो जो भी एक बार Oda Class आया, वो दुखी होके वापस नहीं जाएगा, है ना? Everyone will get satisfied, everyone will get their doubts cleared, and which is why we want this experience to be for everyone, है ना? Not just for one student or 2 students. देखो ऐसे quiz होते हैं हमारे यहाँ पे, right? So if you want this experience to be fulfilling for the rest of your year, देखो तो एग्जाम आ रहे हैं, है ना? हर किसी का सिलेबस खत्म होने को, everyone's syllabus is almost over, so your exams are coming, right? And you need to recap. Now all of us understand, है ना? We all know that we will have to revise. So if you need to revise, what's the best way of recapping? The best way to recap is with Oda Class. So download the app and you can see that we have a program for you that starts on 14th of December. And it's only $4.99 for both math and science. So kids, if you don't download it now, you're gonna miss out on a huge opportunity, right? ये बेटा मैं नहीं, ये जिन्होंने अब तक enroll कर लिया है, they all will tell you the same thing. And you must have understood after this class, So quickly make sure you enroll for the revision program. And why, right? That's also very important, right? Why do you have to enroll? Why Oda Class only? Because it's not just about the recapping, beta. We will strategize everything for you, right? हम आपको बताएंगे ना कि where you have to put more importance, where less importance. We'll have test series, we'll have test papers, we'll have analysis of these test papers, so that when we can identify कि हाँ बेटा आप इधर गलती कर रहे हो, यहाँ पे ज्यादा ध्यान दो, अरे ये तो आपका अच्छा है, इसमें आप अभी थोड़ा सा light ले लो, है ना? So these things someone has to analyze for you, and we will do that for you, है ना? और एग्जाम से पहले प्रेशर हर किसी को आता है, everyone's tense before exam, right? Because there's one doubt or two doubt. So how do we tackle those doubts? We also have dual teacher model. हमारा mentor support है. We will absolutely be there to help you at any point of time. जब doubt आया, you just have to text your mentor, you will get the answer, है ना? And then obviously we will give you these tips and tricks, है ना? जो कहीं नहीं मिलता. आज जैसे हमने स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला, कहीं पे आपको नहीं मिल रहा होगा कि ऑब्लिक सिलेंडर्स क्या होते हैं, एग्जांपल क्या होता है, पर हमने देखो, है ना, बिठा के आपको we have explained exactly what oblique cylinders is. Now the moment someone says oblique cylinder, what will you think of? You will think of Leaning Tower of Pisa, है ना? Such as bata now. Everyone will do that, right? So that's the kind of visual you need, so that when in exam hall you go all happy and merry, right? You don't go with scared face and like tense. That's not what we want. And our kids are the best kids. I mean, obviously we are very blessed to have the best kids, and which is why we are inviting you best kids to be a part of the revision course. Do it really fast, because we don't create we don't create big batches. That is problematic, right? Because then we can't give importance. So once the seats are filled, we won't be able to take in any more students. So make sure you do enroll really quick. But if you really want to see a small demo, you can always come for the open session, right? Okay then kids, that's all from our side today. Any concerns? Comment box. Go for it, right? We are more than happy to take any of your feedback, and we would love to see you again. Do let us know what all topics do you want us to teach more, right? Make sure you share it around, and don't forget to leave your doubts in the comment section, right? We want total benefit of all of it. This is only for us. And as we have said, now we are going to be regular on YouTube. The streaming is going to go on almost every day without fail. So if you don't want to miss out on any content whatsoever, click on that subscribe button. Till today, this is all we have got. Next class, we will see what we are going to do. But for now, that's it from my side. Bye-bye, take care, have a great day, and keep studying. Because in Oda Class, better teacher, better future. Bye.